Hello, welcome, episode 82 of the FlameFlash.net podcast, which is starting out with a tumbling start. Excellent. Well, we're going to get right to the Raptor Report because I am sleep deprived yet again, and I do not want a repeat of episode 81 that I was mistakenly calling 80 far too frequently. So, Raptor Report. Swords and Soldiers for the PlayStation Network. This shows up thanks to me. Tried it out. I like it. It's a 2D side-scrolling real-time strategy game. I did not expect to like it because of that. But it's simple, it's straightforward. Did I mention it's simple? Try it out. Find a demo of it. I'm sure it's probably on Steam as well. It's a good game. It's worth your while. I believe I picked it up probably on PlayStation Plus, but hey, I have it. I've tried it. I like it. We're going to skip over to Stronghold 2. I blame the sun on that one. Super Mario 3D Land shows up. Still chopping my way through this. One way to improve how many stars you have on your save file is to hit the top of the flagpole for every level. And so I've just recently gone back and made sure that I've done that. Now, there are other things to do yet because I haven't beaten all of the special world, but I have done that on every world that I have visited at this point. Same with picking up all the star coins. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. Star Wars: The Old Republic shows up, but I didn't touch it, so I'm going to move on. Awesomenauts for the PC. I've mentioned before that it's quite different from the Awesomenauts of the PlayStation. More characters, for instance. There is a sniper, a female sniper character that is pretty darn awesome. I liked her. The playstyle was just what I was needing. Just exactly what I was needing. Minecraft. It shows up again on the Raptor Report. Something about the sun being able to hit just log in and not leave a password. Oops. There's a security hole. Oh well. He's been getting some fun, good use out of his Uncle Josh's account. And his Uncle Josh doesn't mind because he's not going online, so we're okay. Finally, World of Warcraft. As usual, the week of well, now I can't even remember it. Darkmoon Faire has been super busy. Only really got to enjoy it during the weekend, but I'm getting used to it. Getting used to that. We're going to transition, though, into yawn. Pardon me. Excuse me. We're going to transition, not from a yawn, but into the news. Raptor Report was nice and short. I'm not getting a lot of time at the moment to game. I hope that changes soon. We have, as of this moment, 15 days to go until Christmas break for the family, and 19 until Christmas itself. Almost 2 weeks, and almost 2.5 weeks. Very awesome. Winter Veil starts on December 17th, so we have 2 more weekends to get to 90. We'll see if we can do it. It's getting hot in here. If you have a druid, go get the Treant glyph if you haven't already. put down a cooking fire, and just sit back and enjoy. You'll catch on fire. Check out Monk of Mists. I had some fun making some screenshots for that. Now, something I noticed with Darkmoon Faire when I took my Horde Monk there is I could buy a 16 slot bag. So here's just this little nice side tip. It takes one ticket. So if you're starting out on a new server, boom! You at least have the backpack size and a second backpack basically. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. It's unique, so you can't just fill up your bags and they can't screw up the bag market too much that way. But something's available. And it's really useful for altaholics. That's cool. I like it. When you enter the Darkmoon Faire, you'll also notice that we now have a Strider guy. So your low-level alts can hop on one of those Striders and ride it all the way down. It behaves similar to the I want a pony, or I was promised a pony achievement that you can get from hopping on the pony in the very back of Darkmoon Faire toward the portal and the water. But these will let you ride down the hill in style and a heck of a lot faster than if you were stuck just running or rolling, as my monk was. Other neat Darkmoon Faire goodies that came out, and these are all on Monk of Mists as well, so go over there, check it out. We have a cloak and the carousel. The cloak, of course, is for transmog purposes, and the carousel is for XP bonus purposes. Another reason to take your alts, your low-level alts. Last but not least, the Blizzard store right now is having a sale on their mounts, half off, and the Cinder Kitten is currently available. Until the end of the year, all proceeds from the Cinder Kitten are going straight to Hurricane Sandy relief / cleanup. Horribly tempted to go grab this. Horribly tempted. Stepping out of WoW and into a PS3. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale has the confirmed downloadable characters listed and a new stage. The characters are main characters from Gravity Rush and Starhawk, and I'm looking forward to the fact that Gravity Rush is a PlayStation Plus game at this point. So even though I don't have a Vita right now, it's already added to my account. So when I do have a Vita, I can download it and play it and enjoy it. I've heard good things about it, and now it's free. Even better. A friendly reminder. So, spotted this on Twitter. They are removing, on PlayStation Plus, BloodRayne Betrayal and Outland. So if you haven't added them to your account yet, doesn't mean you have to download them. If you haven't grabbed them and added them to your account, your download list, available to be downloaded, they're going to be going away in a week. Just keep that in mind. PlayStation 3 has risen to become the top Netflix box. Not sure what I think about that. To me, it's a little insulting that the console is the top Netflix box, but at least people are using it. At least people are interested. And hopefully, if they're interested in turning on their PS3 for that, eventually they turn their PS3 on for gaming or for their Blu-ray drive. Journey is a PlayStation Network downloadable game, and it has just been nominated. Its whole soundtrack, the game's whole soundtrack, has been nominated for a Grammy. So, congratulations to the composers and everyone else behind the game Journey. Haven't tried it out myself. I've seen some physical disc copies now floating around at retail. I think it includes a couple of other of the organization's previous games. And cool. I think it's great that video games are slowly, ever so slowly, ending up in mainstream. Tumblr got hacked. It's one of those darn virus, or website virus hacks, though. You have to click on a link that has gone viral, quite literally, and then it does something to your account. I don't have a Tumblr account, or if I do, I have no idea how to get into it, so this didn't really affect me. It's just a public service announcement. On another tech news piece, however, T-Mobile is finally getting iOS devices. We don't know what kind yet. We don't know how many, but T-Mobile gets iOS. That's fantastic. Especially if I can grandfather in my old Fave 5 plan. We'll see. We'll see if that's possible. I like my Android phone. Don't get me wrong. But I have an issue with the fact that I can't fully access all of the features. Ooh, excuse me. My apologies. I don't have a mute. I'll have to look into that. A sneeze mute. But I don't have full access to all of the storage capacity of the Android because a lot of it goes to the internal memory and doesn't go out to the internal micro SD card. I think I've made that complaint in the past. So going ahead and switching to Apple seems okay to me. By quite a bit. 3DS receives a new firmware update. That's it. It supposedly improves stabilization issues. That was about it. Something I really wish they would include in a firmware update is in the Mi Street Pass. Don't trigger the alert of, hey, go look at your puzzle pieces, if the people you street passed don't have any puzzle pieces to share. But there's a firmware update out. Not quite sure what was in there, but it's out there. Weird and unfortunate bit of news. Piece. Not even sure how to step into this one. It's that bizarre and illogical because this fellow, from the news reports, that's all we have, walked out to his vehicle to attempt to talk himself out of a ticket. His vehicle was parked and getting ticketed. His dog follows him out, tail wagging, all excited, new puppy, and the police officer is threatened and shoots the dog. Dog survives. The dog's owners sue the city for the wanton violence, and then they get ticketed. they get ticketed for not having their dog on a leash at the time it was shot. Multiple days after it was shot. So it's one of those it doesn't even make sense situations because I feel like that violates some kind of legal term. I mean, you're going back and charging somebody for ticketing somebody for something they did in the past. The officer at the time had the option to have ticketed that for that, chose not to, so therefore they can't really go and do it now. It looks like it's just a bullying tactic of well we're gonna ticket you if you're going to sue us. Of course, that's how the this particular site that I found this on tries to sell it. So there might be a lot more to the story. I just don't know. Right now it's bizarre. It's one of those head scratchers. So it'll also be in the show notes for you to review yourself. To close out the show, because tomorrow is 17 years since I told Red Flare I loved her. So I definitely need to close out before that new fantastic day starts. December 7th. In case you're listening to this in the past. But Penny Arcade had a great comic recently. It's the first time I've been inspired to really want one of their prints and be able to put it up there for. Don't Grow Up is the final panel. And in the news article, the news piece, they're talking a lot about how young the internet was back in our day compared to now. I mean, I remember what it sounded like for the modem to be logging in and screeching at me. The kids don't know that sound at all. They take it for granted that we can have 3 computers running World of Warcraft at the same time and not notice a massive slowdown. That's incredible. I remember when something used to be 10 megabytes and I'd go, oh crap, I'll leave this on overnight. 10 megabytes. Now we see 10 meg and go, oh, maybe 5 minutes. I'll get up and go do something and lightly watch. Just night and day. Going to link the original comic in the show notes as well. But it's just one of those amazing, perfect moment kind of situations that they've captured. I have a son who is old enough to know what he's doing in games like World of Warcraft. He doesn't need me. He rather I play with him, of course, but he doesn't desperately need it. And it's amazing. Totally amazing. I mean, I had to hit the password, had to set up the accounts, but there he goes. Never revealing that he's a kid. And of course never revealing any other personal identifiable information. But it's neat to know I'm not the only one watching wishing they wouldn't grow up, especially for the geekdom reasons. But on that unique note, and the fact that I'm starting to nod off, I'll let you go. It's podcast at flameflash.net. I'm Flameflash over on Twitter. And Raptr, raptr.com/flameflash gets you all of my gaming activity. Send me a friend request on Raptr. I'm not choosy. And it's there. Definitely starting to drift off. So, this is Flameflash. Thank you for stopping by for episode 82.